Hello everyone and welcome to Medford Anywhere Learning TV. We're glad you're tuned in. We want to give a shout out to our friends at Southern Oregon PBS, KTVL, KDRV, and the Dove Network. Thank you for hosting us on your station. In the Medford School District, we have one shared vision, and that we believe that all are learning, and learning is for all. And what better place to do that than right here on Medford Anywhere Learning TV.
Hi, my name is David Summers. I'm the band teacher at Hedrick Middle School in Medford.
Hi, my name is Lynn Gervais. I teach orchestra at North Medford High School and Hedrick Middle School.
Today we're going to be talking to you about some of the instruments available for 6th grade beginning band and orchestra in the Medford School District.
So let's get to it.
There are 3 families of instruments in the band. There's the woodwind family, the brass family, and the percussion family. The first family we're going to talk about is the woodwind family, and the first instrument in the woodwind family that we're going to talk about is the flute. Originally made of wood with metal keys, the body of the flute is now made of metal with metal keys that change the pitch. Here to demonstrate the flute is Kelsey Biggs from North Medford High School. The next woodwind instrument we're going to hear is the oboe. The oboe is a double reed instrument that uses 2 thin pieces of cane that buzz up against each other when the player blows through the oboe. The oboe is also a woodwind instrument because it has a body made of wood and metal keys just like the flute. Here to play oboe for you is Shelley Hutchings from Hedrick Middle School. The next woodwind instrument that we're going to see is the clarinet. The clarinet has a body made of wood and metal keys to seal each hole to make different pitches. The clarinet is a great beginning band instrument, but you want to make sure that your fingers are large enough to seal the hole. Your band teacher should be able to help you with that. To demonstrate the clarinet is Hannah Johnston from South Medford High School. The next and final woodwind instrument is the saxophone. The saxophone is a hybrid between a brass instrument and a woodwind instrument. It has a mouthpiece like the clarinet and uses a wooden reed, but has a metal body and metal keywork, allowing it to play very loud. To demonstrate the saxophone is Killian LaCours from South Medford High School. The next family of instruments is the brass family. The brass family all use a funnel-shaped mouthpiece that's pressed up against the lips. When you blow air through it, it vibrates the lips and creates a pitch on the instrument. The brass instruments typically have valves, but the trombone has a slide. Our first instrument that you're going to hear of the brass family is the highest of them, which is the trumpet. To demonstrate the trumpet is Gage Gonzalez from North Medford High School. The French horn is the next brass instrument that you can start in beginning band. It has the same type mouthpiece as the trumpet, but it's much longer. It also has rotors instead of valves to change the pitch. The French horn bell is placed backwards behind the performer, which you'll see when Nate Kessler from North Medford High School demonstrates the instrument. The trombone is the only brass instrument of the entire family that adjusts the pitch using a slide. There's 7 positions on the slide, and you learn how to adjust the positions based on muscle memory. The trombone has a bigger mouthpiece than the trumpet or the French horn, so it sounds lower. To demonstrate trombone is Dawson Isaacs from North Medford High School. The baritone is the next brass instrument that we're going to hear. It has a mouthpiece very similar to a trombone, but has 3 valves like the trumpet to control the pitch. To demonstrate the baritone is Jose Luna from South Medford High School. The tuba is the largest of the brass instrument family and has 3 or sometimes even 4 valves. The tuba uses a larger mouthpiece than the trombone or the baritone and produces a much lower pitch. Here to demonstrate tuba is Megan Burnett from North Medford High School. The next instrument family is the percussion instrument, which actually is 2 families together. The first family is the membranophones, what we typically call drums, and the second family is the mallet instruments. To show you the membranophones, or the drums, is Jillian Bridges from North Medford High School. Jillian will also demonstrate the mallet instruments for you.
Hello, I'm here today to tell you about the orchestra instruments. There are 4 main orchestra instruments in our family. The first is the violin, which is the highest sounding of our string group. the second is the viola, third cello, and finally the string bass. Today I'm going to start with the violin, and here we go with Can Can. Next, we have viola. Viola is lower sounding, but you also hold it and play under your chin, like so. I'd like to introduce Adriana Montes de Oca from South Medford High School playing viola. We're now going to talk about the two lower members of the string family, the cello and the bass. The cello you play sitting down, and the sound is very similar to the human voice. That brings us to the string bass, which is one of the most versatile instruments in the string family since it can play in both band and choir. I'd like to introduce Thomas Green from South Medford High School on string bass.
Thanks for tuning in to Medford Anywhere Learning TV. Medford School District is a place where all are learning, and learning is for all.
Pathways program allows students to express what their unique interests and abilities are, and then allows the educational system to create programs that matches that and ultimately prepares them for the next step after graduation. We want to move beyond the in-school learning. We need to make connections to the world of work so that students have an opportunity to really apply their emerging learning. We need to make sure that our educational offerings match those diverse needs and interests and match the diverse workforce needs of our community. Perfect example. Within our construction technology program, students can specialize in plumbing so they could leave high school and join a plumber's apprenticeship.
For me and a lot of employers, Pathways fills a hole. And that hole is that a large number of kids will not go to college right out of high school. College education is a wonderful thing. And at the same time, some kids just aren't ready to do that. So that's the big gap that this whole effort in the Medford School District is trying to plug.
The construction tech program has changed school for me. I can actually connect with the teacher and gain ideas of what I can do in the future. If you can complete a project start to finish on your own, the feeling of getting it done is just amazing. I'm excited to go out today and meet a local business. I feel like I might be able to really connect with him because I will have a basic idea of what he's talking about and possibly gain a mentorship out of it.
Pathways consist of these broad categories: academic, career and technical education, pre-professional, and visual and performing arts. Traditional K-12 systems you could call one-size-fits-all model, where the real legitimate end is a four-year college degree after high school. The truth is that model's inadequate to meet the needs of education and workforce in the 21st century. A four-year college degree is tremendous, but it isn't the answer for everyone. What is the answer ultimately is, what is my unique set of interests and abilities, and how can the educational system prepare me to use those in the world of work? Our goal then isn't to try to conform students to the same model. Our challenge and our interest in the Pathways Initiative is to engage those diverse interests and match them with high-demand, high-skilled career options.
I love the Pathways program. I didn't have it when I was in high school, and I wish I had. I took a long path to find where I wanted to go. If we can shorten that for students, that's going to be great.
Pathways programs really provide more experiences for students. They have something that they can look forward to that's right up their alley, that interests them, that they can see that connection to real life and really keeps them connected to graduate.
I like being able to explore things that I like to do at school. It makes school more fun in general because I love going to those classes. Gaining that experience now during high school can help me afterwards because when I graduate, I can always count on having that as a career choice.
They can get some hands-on experience. They can really start to delineate where their interests lie. If they thought, oh, I think I'm interested in culinary, and they take culinary and they really are, getting them to those visits to those colleges before they're out of high school, or if they think they're interested in early education, connecting them with local elementary schools to do some practicum and internship to really see, is this my fit?
I've been interested in child education pretty much my whole life. I've always wanted to become a teacher. It's nice to be able to see the kids every day, kind of like the highlight of my day. Really exciting to be able to have that interaction. It definitely makes me want to come to school more. Pathways program is great for students. It really prepares us for our future with being able to have these hands-on experiences.
The Pathways program, I think, is really beneficial. We're very fortunate that South Medford is providing these opportunities to learn about the different trades. I like the kinesthetic part of it. Being able to build something on your own is really cool to me. Look forward to going to those classes a lot.
I've got friends in the field that are saying, as soon as they turn 18, I want to hire them. Whether they're still in school or not, I'll hire them after school, because there's so much need for employees. There's opportunity to go out and start businesses right away. I have a nephew who started a landscape business right out of high school, and he's doing better than a lot of his peers. Not all the businesses out there require a degree. In fact, I would say less than half.
The idea behind a credential diploma within Pathways is that students can earn community college or other college credit while in high school, which benefits the student, economically benefits them in terms of their toe in the water in post-high school education. In addition, a student could earn an industry-recognized credential. An example in manufacturing is a certified production technician. If a student in high school earns their certified production technician credential, they have several steps ahead in earning a high-wage, high-demand job. They're advantaged in that job search because of the skill that they're able to show they have. And we want to provide our students an opportunity to earn that industry credential because it allows them to get a foot forward in terms of employment. It distinguishes them in the race to get a job. Wherever the student decides that they would best apply their unique gifts and abilities, we want to create that opening into the world of work.
It's a big enough district, so you get all the support that you need from the different staff, from the coaches, from the administration. But at the same time, it has a sense of family. We all know each other. It's a small community in that sense.
The environment at South Medford is one of the most positive environments that I've ever been in. You walk down the hall and you talk to your peers and you feel supported and you feel loved.
It's a community-oriented place, not just teachers, but the community is involved in the education of children. And I believe that in this district, we work very, very hard together for a common goal to make sure that all children are succeeding at all levels and all diversity, and we try to incorporate as many things as we can and work together to make sure that children are going to succeed.
My name is Gloria Pareto Robertson, and I'm the Oregon State Teacher of the Year for the year 2017. I teach kindergarten at Howard Elementary in Medford, Oregon. The reason why I love teaching in Medford is that, especially here at Howard Elementary, we have such a diverse population. We have, this year in my class, I have students that are Filipino and they speak Tagalog, and then I have some students that speak Spanish and they come from all different parts of South America.
Our students really need role models. For kids to see, hey, you know, that person looks like me. They even speak like me at times, or being able to connect to the parents in that way. That it's absolutely critical that our kids see their faces in the role models that they're looking at every day.
One of my former students, she is now in community college. She was in my kindergarten class 13 years ago. She says, you have been my first and for the longest time, the only Mexican teacher I've had. And the fact that my mother can communicate with you and the other parents were able to communicate with you and see that school is a wonderful place to be and that it's a safe place to be. and that we can learn just as well as everyone else. And so she wanted to come back and think about her teaching career here back where she started originally.
To spell by stretching
I'm
them
Isaiah
out.
Ganaway, and I teach kindergarten, and this is my first year. I love it. I'm having a great time. It's a lot of learning, but that's part of the fun of it too. The other kindergarten teachers took me in, let me be a part of the team, let me have input, which was fantastic for somebody who doesn't have experience, and they listened to me and let me be a part of the team.
One of the best ways for teachers to feel successful is when the students experience success. And you know, all the professional development that we do outside of the building is really important for us to sharpen that saw. But at the same time, the best professional development takes place inside the building. And when teachers collaborate with each other, that is just, we get so much out of those experiences.
The support that you get from administration and from the other teachers is different than in all places. So you really want to check out the school and the school district that you're going to. I had a 10-year career on the East Coast, and when I made this move, I made it deliberately. I knew what I wanted, I knew what I was looking for, and South Medford had it.
I came to Howard, and I was so happy. All the wonderful families that were here that just wanted to have somebody that they could have communicate with them and love them.
You know, I lived in a big city for 5 years, and it was fun. But there was also a bit of a sense of isolation, and here you don't have that. It's really easy to find your place, and it's really easy to connect, and really easy to be able to be a part of something.
I am an educator. I am an innovator.
I am an innovative educator. I will continue to ask what is best for learners. With this empathetic approach, I will create and design learning experiences.
I'm an educator. I'm an innovator.
I believe that my abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed, leading to the creation of new and better ideas.
I recognize that there are obstacles in education, but as an innovator, I will focus on what is possible today to make way for even richer possibilities for tomorrow.
Soy una educadora, soy una innovadora.
I am an educator. I am an innovator.
I will utilize the tools that are available to me today, and I will continue to search for new and better ways to grow, develop, and share my thinking while creating and connecting my learning.
I focus not only on where I can improve, but where I am strong and what I can do to help develop those strengths in myself and others.
I am an educator. I am an innovator.
I build upon what I know, but I do not limit myself for my students. I embrace knowledge, and I'm continuously asking questions that allow my students and myself to move forward.
I'm an educator. I'm an innovator.
I question thinking, challenge ideas, and do not accept this is the way we've always done it as an acceptable answer for my students or for myself.
I'm an educator. I'm an innovator.
I model learning and leadership I seek in others. I take risks, try new things, develop and explore new opportunities. I ask others to take risks in their learning, and I openly model that I'm willing to do the same.
I believe that working in isolation is the enemy of innovation. By working with others, I will create learning opportunities for others and myself.
I am an educator. I am an innovator.
I connect with others both locally and globally to tap into ideas from all people and places. I will use these ideas along with my professional judgment to adapt to the needs of the learners in my community.
I believe in my voice and experiences and the voice and experiences of others, because that's what moves education forward.
I'm an educator. I'm an innovator.
I am an educator. I am an innovator.
I share because the learning I create and the experiences I have help others. I share to push my own thinking and to impact learners both young and old all over the world.
I listen and learn from different perspectives because I know we are much better together than we could ever be alone. I can learn from anyone at any situation.
I actively reflect on my learning because I know looking back is critical to moving forward.
I am an educator. I am an innovator.
I am an educator. I am an innovator.
I am an educator. I am an innovator.
So nice to meet you too, Dr. Champion. And yes, I have a couple of questions. This one's quite serious.
All right.
So, from one champion to another, who are you going to root for?
Well, what are my options?
South Medford Panthers, North Tornadoes.
Whatever team is representing Medford, I guarantee that's the team that I'm going to be rooting for sure.
If you got to make a holiday, what would it be?
Make a holiday. I think I would go with Color Day. Late January, when it's real dark and cold outside, we have our holiday, which is Color Day. And on Color Day, everybody wears their bright colors, like your bright pink. All the cakes are multicolored cakes, and there's confetti and things going up in rainbows, and you name it, there's color everywhere. And we take the gray world and we make it colorful. How's that sound?
Good.
It's pretty good. Thanks.
What state are you from?
I grew up and spent most of my life in Texas. I was born in a small town right in the center of Texas. I started teaching at an elementary school in Houston, Texas. I taught elementary theater arts for a number of years in the Austin area.
Have you been on Pottermore before?
Have I been on what?
Pottermore.
What is that?
It's a Harry Potter app.
Yes.
So you can take quizzes on it, and like, what's your Patronus and what's your house?
What's your Patronus?
It's a type of dog. I think it's a terrier.
That's so awesome. I'm afraid I'd get on there and be like, my Patronus would be like a chipmunk or something. I mean, I want something ferocious and incredible. I mean, I'm nervous to do this whole Potter, what's it called?
Pottermore.
Pottermore. That's awesome. What house are you? What house are you?
Hufflepuff.
All right, Hufflepuff. That's awesome. I've always appreciated Hufflepuff.
Other countries, such as Finland, they have technology classes such as coding and computing. Do you think our school district could have the budget to implement those kinds of classes in schools?
Great question. As a matter of fact, it's something that the Medford School District has prioritized over the last few years. We've got, for example, the Chromebook rollout that's happened starting this year with 9th grade, which offers an opportunity for a tool for our students and teachers to be able to access technology very easily, literally in their hands. However, we know that coding is a skill that can grow, and it's definitely something that we are considering looking toward for the future. My son happens to be a computer programmer, and so this is very near and dear to my heart as well, so that's a great question.
What is your favorite type of car?
My favorite type of car is one that runs, that has an air conditioner, and that's pretty much it. I also like good gas mileage. Get me there safely, and have an air conditioner.
What's the first change you want to propose as superintendent, and why?
One of the things that I believe, John, is that it's important that there's not this idea that I'm going to bring all this whole new set of ideas into the system. That actually what we need to do is together, with teachers and with principals and with students and with all of us, the board, coming together and saying, here's who we want to be, here's where we want to go, and then let's talk about then how we get there. So this idea that I'm some sort of magician who has all the tricks to make all those things happen, that's not the way it works. What happens is we together have the best ideas together. And so one of the pieces that I want to bring is to make sure that we're doing that we're bringing the voices of teachers and students and principals, central office folks, and the community together so that we can make some things better.
Do you go to different schools, or were you a teacher?
Yeah, so I do go to different schools.
No, like, are you a sub or a teacher?
Oh, got it. So I am not a sub or a teacher right now. I do sometimes go into classrooms, though. I love that, and I love the opportunity to hang out with students and do some teaching. I love it. And it makes me thrilled that for our teachers who do that every day, because it's incredible. They do incredible hard work, wouldn't you say?
Yes, they do.
They do.
They really do.
I agree.
They do really hard work every day to make sure their students are safe and healthy and not getting sick.
And learning.
And learning as well.
And learning. I mean, all those things is what a great teacher does. And so getting the opportunity to go see the teachers do that is one of my favorite things to do, for sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's true.